Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the progressive plan to oppose Trump by supporting his policies. Well, at least some of them. A number of progressive politicians have decided to counter Trump's campaign promises to the working class by, encouraging him to fulfill them. Most political observers will acknowledge that Trump's real policies are aimed at helping those at the top, the very wealthy. But throughout the campaign, Trump made a number of promises about taxes, reducing defense spending, caps on credit card interest rates, enforcing antitrust laws, helping Medicare and Social Security, providing federal funding to make IVF free to families, and so on. Things that are generally liberal ideas. Some progressives have indicated their plan is to basically call his bluff, and they plan to push him heavily to deliver on the promises he made to working class Americans. The logic is that in the unlikely event that he follows through on his promises, they get to share in the credit. In the event that he simply abandons the working class to help people he likes, they hope it will establish a record that will show the MAGA movement as a whole to be inherently anti-working class. One of the problems with this strategy is getting buy-in from progressive and liberal commentators. If commentators build the expectation and establish the rhetoric that Trump won't even try to achieve these goals, the strategy will fail. The right-wing information sphere will simply overlook Trump selling out the working class. If the other side of the aisle adopts the posture of not expecting him to do it, they won't talk about him abandoning his campaign promises because it's simply what's expected. Much like Biden's successes, it simply won't be reported on widely enough to matter. Getting that buy-in is going to be harder than many might imagine. Progressive and liberal commentators have exactly zero expectation of Trump following through on his promises to the working class. Commentary that showcases things going badly for those tricked by Trump or those who voted for him being hurt by his policies is far more marketable than commentary discussing the policy ideas of any kind, especially Trump's promises. But those videos laughing at the misfortune of those played by him won't force the issue of his campaign promises. For progressives, there's an overwhelming sense that people should have known better than to vote for Trump. And believe me, I get it. But they didn't. And unless people draw attention to the ways he tricked them in 2024, the next MAGA candidate will use the same rhetoric and it will work again in 2028. Even though I understand the theory and the plan, I feel like progressive politicians are going to have a very hard time getting the support they need from commentators on this one. Even though the worst case scenario is that it puts so much pressure on him that he follows through with his promises and enacts policies that might actually help thousands or millions of people. I would imagine that a whole lot of people just had an immediate reaction to that last sentence. You're probably sitting there saying, you're not going to move Trump left, or there's no way there will be enough pressure to make him fulfill his promises. And that is exactly why this strategy is going to be so hard to pull off. The expectation is already there that he'll sell out the working class. So when you see progressives asking why he hasn't capped credit card interest rates, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to build the expectation that he helps the working class. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.